Hey, what's going on, guys? I got another grip tool review here for you. What we have today is piston grips by escapeclimbing.com. We have two different sizes. We have the large, which are 2.25 inch in diameter, and then we have the extra large, which are 2.75 inch in diameter. And so, taking them out of the package, one thing I noticed is that the large are really smooth and well sanded at the gripping area. Whereas the extremes are a little bit more rough and kind of have more of like a gritty texture to them. So I'm not really sure why the difference is there. But other than that, they did have some splinters and chips at the bottom and top. Nothing significant, but before you train on these things, you're going to want to sandpaper them down just so you don't get any splinters. And I'm not worried about getting any splinters in this area. It's just at the top and bottom. For whatever reason, there were some manufacturing defects and there were some splinters, and so I just sanded the entire rim, top and bottom, of both the large and the extra large. And so other than that, they seem like a quality product. There's a nice weight to them, a nice density, but we won't know until we find out, so we're going to go test them out at the gym. Alright guys, we're here at the gym. We got Escape Climbing Power Piston holds, and we're gonna try them out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my quick draws that I use for lead climbing. If you don't have these, really any type of rope would work, or any type of chain. But I'm going to put these over the top down here. Put it in like that. From there, I can take the attachment end and clip it in just like that. I have the large 2.25 inch diameter power piston set up right now, so let's try them out. That was pretty difficult, which is exactly what I want. And what I like about these two is you can change the distance, how you do narrow grip, wide grip, neutral, or if you have another carabiner, you can make it offset. So you can have one higher than the other, which puts a lot of emphasis on one arm, and then you can switch into the other arm to increase the difficulty. So this type of grip training is going to translate really well to sports like rock climbing or Ninja Warrior training or just grip strength sports in general. Okay, now we're going to try out the extra large power pistons, and these are 2.75 inch in diameter. And just kind of as a reference, you can see that my hand basically is in a pinch right now. I'm basically pinching it because I really can't wrap around it at all. Whereas the larges, I can almost get my fingers to touch, but not quite. This one, not at all, so it's more of a pinch, so you're using a ton of thumb. So the extra large were quite a bit more difficult, which is exactly what I was looking for. So really satisfied with the difficulty level in this grip tool. What can change person to person is hand size. So for this type of grip exercise, the bigger your hand, the easier it's going to be, because you can wrap more of your finger around and get better leverage points on it. So depending on your hand size, this will be easier or harder. So for instance, if you think you have really small hands, then the large are probably going to be good for you, if you're a beginner. But of course, if you have small hands and you're really well trained, then the extra large will be just fine. But if you have really big hands, you might just want to go straight to the extra large, even if you are a beginner, and especially if you are well trained in grip. I'm going to put the larges back on and just do a few more sets and call it good. Okay, so I have added an extra quick draw to offset the pistons. What's going to be nice about this is it's going to put more pulling power on the hand that's higher, and this one is actually going to be doing like a press. It's going to be pushing, so I'm going to be pulling and pushing at the same time at the top end of the movement. So we'll give it a shot. Hanging on to one of the pistons with both your hands, so 2 on 1 is much easier. So if you're struggling to hold on to both of them independently, just do the one and work your way up to holding 2. What you can do too is I have a large piston and a extra large piston setup, so you can slowly progress up to the extra large this way. So you got a good grip on the large, okay grip on the extra large. And then always remember to do both sides. You can transfer between the two, and if you wanted to set up the extra larges on here, you can do that as well, and just transfer in between the two while you're hanging, or in between the 4 in any way you want. But I'm just going to do the large since I'm starting to get pretty fatigued. So what you can do to make the exercises easier if you can't hang, all you got to do is get a band, put it up here on the bar. Now you can step your foot through here. You just pull it down, and now this takes weight off for you. And so this might throw off your center of balance a little bit, but just try to keep your core tight. So. Always the tricky part is getting it off. What you can do to make it more challenging is add weight. And so a cheap alternative to a weight vest is an old backpack that you can put weights in. And so the gym at my apartment complex doesn't have plates other than the Rogue bumper plates, so that's not going to fit in here. So we do have dumbbells. We're going to use those. We're going to do a 15-pound dumbbell, and dumbbells don't work as well as plates. You can only fit about 2 dumbbells into a backpack before it gets too awkward. But when you go to your traditional gym, your average gym is going to have those smaller 5, 10, 15, 25-pound plates that progressively get bigger. And those you can fit a lot more into a backpack, but it's a free alternative to a weight vest. Alright guys, that was my training session with Escape Climbing Power Pistons. I like them a lot. I mean, again, the only thing wrong with them was that there was chips and splinters at the tops and bottoms of each power piston. So, if you have a nail file, that's what I used. So I had to sand them down. But other than that, it's a great tool. It's great because you can increase or decrease the difficulty depending on where your strength level is at. So we can use the band to take weight off, or if you have a pulley system, you can do that as well. And to add weight, you can wear a weight vest or throw weights in a backpack. So it's a great product. You can scale it up and down, especially the extra large. It's basically a pinch for my size hand. So this is going to come in handy, really well when I'm climbing and I need to use pinch strength. So yeah, I would recommend it. Now, if you can make this on your own, you definitely do that with some PVC pipe, or if you have the skills to make it out of wood. It really probably isn't that hard to make, but I don't have the tools or ability to do that. So yes, definitely include this into your grip training, climbing training, Ninja Warrior training routine. It's going to be highly effective for building grip strength. I'm going to be doing more grip training videos, grip training tool implements. So look forward to those, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite grip tool is. I'd really like to know. So thanks again.